Good evening. I just had to sit there and kind of freeze my face for a second. What's up, everybody? How are you? I think we're live. Are we live? Anyway, hello, everybody. I'm Keith from Coin Crew. Ned's right
I'm
over
Mike
there,
from Mid America.
and we're here to talk about silver, gold, and whatever else you guys want to talk about. Gold's been hovering like way up there, like 20 over 2,500. What is? I don't even have my email open. What is gold at right now, bro? Do you know off the top of your head? What is it, like 25?
Yeah, I just looked. It was over 25, 25 last time I looked. Let's see if it moved again. I know silver jumped up over 30, even farther. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's take it.
I'm real comfortable with silver being, at
I
$30.
got 30.10 on silver, and I got
Uh-huh.
25, 27.50.
Really?
And I
Let's
mean, I
see.
just literally before you and I talked, I just looked at it was only at 25.50.
Yeah, gold's. I got
Let's go.
25, 27.50 is what I'm looking at. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm looking at too.
So we're here to talk about silver. We're here to talk about gold.
Palladium took a jump over 1,000 again for a change. What do you think about that?
About time, yeah, right. Anyway, if you
Yeah,
guys
I
have
got some
any,
guy that oversold me some. I'm trying to get him to buy
you're
it back,
welcome.
but he won't do it.
You're welcome. Just try to hook a brother up. If you guys got any questions, please begin them with 3 question marks. We have that pinned at the top so we can notice, your question earlier. And as I said, it's pinned at the top to kind of remind you. And yeah, you can also email us, pick or something if you got any questions, can't they, Mike?
Yes.
So I did say hi to a bunch of people, but here's a few new ones. Hello, Robert Reese, Big Rocky.
Yeah,
Those
Big
two guys.
Rocky Teach is in the audience tonight. Teach, welcome back.
Well, if you'd read, I would.
I hope you guys had a really nice week too, guys.
Oh yeah, it was definitely nice for me. Dude, I know silver and I know gold is like up there a little bit, right? How's your buying in your shop? How's it doing?
We've been doing both. We've been selling and buying. As I told you, I mean, I left early this morning. I mean, I got dealers calling in and buying stuff off me. And this one particular dealer, he made it worth my while to get up at 4 a.m. and run him what he needed.
Well, yeah, and what kind of stuff did they buy? Can we ask that, or is that too
Oh
private?
no, they're believe it or not, they're buying a lot of 90% again.
90% is even getting hot over at my shop. As you know, we both own shops. My shop's in Muskegon, Michigan, and his is down there in I don't know, what do you want to call it? Cowboyville, down in Oklahoma, Grove, Oklahoma. A lot of cowboys down there, ain't there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. Maybe someday if I could ever afford it, I'll get there. But yeah, our buys have been picking up a lot. We're not open on Monday or Tuesday, but I actually had to go in today to make it a nice sized buy. And I bought some silver, no doubt about it. I love silver. I'm comfortable. Are you comfortable with silver being where it's at the $30 range?
No, I wish it was higher.
You wish it was higher?
Yeah.
How high do you want it to be?
Well, that way, all this silver that I bought in the last couple of months, then I'm ready to put it out on the market.
Oh, that's what it is. You want it to be higher so you can make a couple dollars. Guys, I do thank you for coming in. Please, if you like this type of show, if you like our show, give us a thumbs up and maybe share it in your community. It'd really help pick up the show. The show is ran. It's kind of improvised or improv or whatever you want to say around your questions. So the more questions you ask, hopefully we can keep up with. It will make the show more exciting. So please, definitely ask.
And he
Questions.
froze up.
Oh, wow. I was hitting the button to answer this question and everything just went off. Did you guys hear me still talking?
Nope, you froze up.
You didn't hear me saying, hey, what happened?
Nope.
Yeah, so that's how you answer a question. Who sent to Seeker? I don't know. I have no idea. What's up, Bruce? So yeah, the whole chat just got squirreled. And Amy said, "No, she can't hear me. She can't see me." Uh, but no, at the 30 level, I'm real comfortable with that. I think there's a chance it might go down a little bit, but I think we're going to see some more rise before the end of the year. How do you feel about that? Do you think
Well,
it's
I
going to
think we got a new standard for gold.
oh, definitely a new standard for gold? That $2,500 level, I love it. I love that level. Uh, so yeah, I'm kind of tongue tied here, guys. Ask me a question. Get me going here. I'm more of an improviser than anything. I'm not one of those going to write a script and this is how I'm going to run the show. It's more like you ask me a question and I roll it off my tongue. Do you do that a lot, Mike? When you're talking, you just kind of go with what people are talking about. You
Oh
improvise.
yeah.
It seems to work better for me because I guess you could say I can talk more openly. I don't sound like I'm stumbling and reading the paper. You know, I just tend to express my, I guess you say comments, emotions about the question. So, what's up, Mudswat? How are you this evening? And all right, did you know Mozart told poo jokes? Really? Uh,
Amy's got something to say. There you go.
Sweet. Silver and gold, and silver keeps going up. Does that mean the dollar crashes? Not necessarily, but that is a good point. As the dollar gets weaker, it gives the appearance of silver being more expensive, but it doesn't mean it's going to buy you more stuff with your silver. The
The
U.S.
fiat dollar is pretty well done, but guys, we still got a chance to save our dollar to be the strongest. All we got to do is do like the rest of the countries, back ourselves with silver and gold.
Yeah, the fiat
We got to
dollar.
get some people smart enough in the White House to do that.
Well, each country, if you'll notice, you look on for a spot, and you could go to say Kitco, for example. They got the price of gold, and then they'll ask you what do you want an Australian price? Do you want to see the Canadian price? Each country is going to value gold differently. But again, as I said, it doesn't mean that it's worth more. It just means it's worth more against your dollar. It's like $1 versus
Yeah, it's
Canadian.
based on their dollar.
Yeah. Oh, when it really goes up, it can buy you more stuff.
Yeah, right here. If you hit that right there, you can go. Get back up. Back. Okay, U.S. We'll go to Canadian dollar there. Okay, we're done. There. Now we switch to Canadian dollar. Let me get it. Let me get a better picture here. We get it to light up here. Dog it. Oh, geez.
Okay, you
Oh
must
wait,
have
I got something going on
you
here.
got a green screen on, but
Yeah.
because there's
Okay, there we go. Look at that. Now it's over 3,000. If you go
because
up
you
buy it with
change,
Canadian money.
yeah, because you changed
Yeah,
the amount.
silver going over $40 an ounce.
Okay, here's a good statement. Mudswat says a $20 gold coin in 1857 could buy you a sweet ass nice suit. Sweet. Okay, and $20 gold today still buy you a nice
But if
suite.
we use Australia's or we use the euro, it's only 2,200 an
Oh,
ounce.
I think you mean
So,
suit, and I just mispronounced it. But I believe wasn't that more like in the early 1900s? You could get a suit, a nice dinner, some candy for your girl, and take them out. You can still do that today.
oh man, I
Well, wife,
remember
that's
back.
sweet.
I remember back in the mid '60s, I could take a dollar bill, get me a hamburger, a pop, a bunch of candy, and a bag of chips. Try to do that today.
And chips too, chips and all that, right?
It
Yeah,
was a bag of
it's
chips and all that.
well the way the fiat works. If I'm not mistaken, what is it like? Every 50 years, your dollar is now worthless. It goes down to zero.
Well, look at today though on the price of fuel. When I first started driving, literally, I had to pay a quarter a gallon.
Yeah, you bought
I
it
ca
cheaper than me.
But you
I
take that
pulled out
silver
for
quarter
39
today, I
cents.
can get over a gallon of fuel for the silver quarter.
That's how old this boy is. He's that old. He's supposed to be retired, but he still works.
I am retired.
He gonna work till he can't work no more. But yeah, when I started driving, fuel was 39 cents, and I could buy a whole lot of stuff. That stuff and the chips would be like 42.95 today. I know, right? It's crazy. Isn't it funny the way some stuff has gone up in value and other stuff really hasn't? I mean, like your
You know what was
electronics.
really sad is because everything I got on my paper route was silver. They gave
I
me
know,
silver
and you
chain.
spent it. You spent it all.
I did. I did. I couldn't hold it.
It's really funny. Like I was saying, it usually takes about 50 years for the dollar to go down to zero, and then the government does something to prop the dollar up, so it's still not gone down to zero yet. But we're just crossed the 50-year mark last year for the fiat, but for some strange reason, the U.S. dollar is still holding up. But when you really think about the buy power, it's just not there anymore. Steve LaPointe says $40 for a pizza here includes tax, tip, and delivery fee. That sounds pretty reasonable, but I remember when it was like $8 for all that. Okay, here's Coin Curious. Thank you for the question, Coin Curious, and watching. We really appreciate it. As a coin dealer, how would you like customers to organize collections they want to sell to you? Have a list of items, melt values, or just bring in a pile? Does it matter? What way do you like to buy your coins? If people ask you to organize them, what do you like to see the easiest? What's easiest for you, bro?
Well, a lot of times what we do for the people, if they have a collection and we know that they have a lot of wheat back pennies or nickels or stuff, we'll give them a little list, a cheat list to help them. Because I'll be honest with you, I would prefer to buy that key date from you than for me to just pay my son by the hour to go through all that and then we don't find nothing because then I just
Lose
waste a lot
money.
of money. But at the same sense, if we do hit it, then you guys on the other end lost. So I'd rather go ahead and let you guys sort it out yourselves. If you bring it in and you have a list of everything you got, and I'm looking at your list and looking at the stuff there, yeah, we'll help you a little bit organize it. But we really prefer it to already be organized when it comes through the door.
And the way I like to do it, if people say, "Oh, they have a whole bunch of coins, they're just in jars and stuff," you know what ask them to do? I say, "Could you please separate it by denomination?" And then I can zip through it real easy. I don't need to know weights because I know the weights of all the coins. They don't necessarily have to keep the Kennedys or the 90% Kennedys away from the 40s, away from the Walkers and all that stuff.
Now we can
Some
separate
of 'em
that.
I do look for stuff 1964 and older, but it's so much quicker for me to have because I know when I'm looking at a Roosevelt dime, I'm not looking for any dates. There's no dates in there I want whatsoever if it's coming across the counter in a circulated condition. With the Washington quarter, there's no dates I'm looking for in there unless it's a 32 D or S. So it makes it quicker for the client to sit there and just have it separated by denomination. And of course, if you have bullion, you separate the gold from the silver. The 1 ounces from the bigger coins from the little coins, 5 ounces and stuff. That's pretty common sense there. But if it's in cardboards, I say just leave them in the cardboards. Bring the box in. It makes it quicker for us to go
But
through.
you got to remember, most companies they usually will charge you by the hour, and we do too. We charge by the hour
If you
to
want a
do an
written
estate
appraisal,
for appraisal.
yeah,
So we always ask the people to try to get it sorted so we can save them some money off that way too if we're just doing an appraisal. Because if
yeah,
you bring it in like we just had last week, Cal and I both we cut their time down a little bit, and we still spent 5 hours on sorting this and getting it together because it was such a large collection. But at the same time, our company always offers to you that if you wind up selling the collection to us, we'll waiver it and return the money
yeah.
for the.
What we try to do is we want to buy your coin, but we don't want you to sell all your silver, all your gold, because in 5 or 10 years you're going to be happy you kept some. Here's a question from John Jacobs. Thanks for support. Thanks for being a super mod. We really appreciate it. Have you heard about the silver in the new electric car batteries? Yeah, solid state or something like that. SS batteries. It's 5 grams per cell. And here's the kicker, guys. There's 200 cells in a battery. Now you've heard people say, "Oh, there's a kilo of silver in every battery." Not now. There's not. There's nowhere near it. But the new batteries, the solid state batteries or whatever they call them, the SS batteries, they do. And if I'm not mistaken, Mike, I read an article and Toyota is going to introduce that battery in their line of cars in the Lexus because of the higher profit.
They actually have a battery plant over in our area, uh, in the American Industrial Park, Mid America Industrial Park. Which no, we didn't name ourselves after them, but that's what they built it after we was here. But anyway, yeah, they just put a brand new battery plant there that's building batteries. The problem is
Well,
they're having trouble with so-called honest employees because the silver keeps coming up missing.
I received my first silver quarter, 1952 quarter time in the mail today. Thank you very much, Going Crew. Yeah, we give away quarters throughout the show on Sundays. We give a few of them
I've
away.
never got one.
Well, you got to come in the show and you got to win one of the quarter time giveaways. Um,
I
but
must
yeah,
skip through there, or
the
you just
thing,
don't put me on the list.
the
I
thing
think
about
that
those solid state style batteries. Now, again, I could be mistaken on what they're actually called. I know the terminology SS batteries. The thing about them is, there's about 80 million cars being produced a year, and 20% of them are electric. That's going to put about 16 million cars. That's 16 million kilos of silver, which is about 16 to 17,000 tons of silver out of 25 tons that we supposedly use or available or whatever. Uh, so yeah, that's a lot of silver. That's going to affect the silver market, and that's why I say you're going to be happy you kept some of your silver. You're going to be happy to buy at these levels, this $30 level. If it goes down, don't worry about it. Just cost average. I mean, the entry point's important. Don't get me wrong, but don't sweat or sell your silver if you think it's going to continue to go down because it won't stay down long. Uh, Mike, if Keith wins, it's rigged. Oh, that wasn't even a
I
question.
believe that. I think it's always rigged when he's involved.
You think? So you said you got a battery plant. They make electric car batteries down there by you? That
Yeah,
they make
they do.
industrial car? Who do they make them for?
I haven't went over there to look. They what is that? Starts with a C, Canoe or something like that. Electric cars.
Canoe, yeah, yeah, canoe.
That's who they're making them for.
Oh,
They
I
got a
sold
lot of
all my canoe stock. I lost money on that. The
well,
company's so young.
they and they got a lot of them little canoes driving around that parking lot.
Yeah, the thing about that company, you know how you have the mega caps like Apple and Microsoft, mega caps, large caps, medium sized caps, small cap businesses. Well, this isn't even a small cap. This is like a teeny weeny cap. The
I'm
business
still
is
not ready for an
worth a couple
electric
million
car.
bucks or something. It's
When they can
ungodly.
make one that'll go 1,000 miles before it needs a charge, maybe then I'm interested.
Amy Harrell says, "Are they making the new batteries now?" I don't know if they're actually making them now. I know Toyota is going to get involved with those new batteries, those solid state batteries. I would imagine there's some of them being made, but not in a mass number, mass quantity. And Mud Swat says, "Yes, they are."
All I see is yes. I don't see yes they are. You added that.
He's answering the question. He's pretty quick on answering people's questions. A lot of times, if we can't get to your question, someone in the chat will more than happily give you their opinion. Doesn't mean it's
Somebody
right.
asking what a random date $5 gold Indian
Just
XF
like our
stands for.
just like our answers. Doesn't mean they're right. We're just giving them to you.
Let me look
So
it. I'll tell you. A
what does an
random date.
average stuff? What is it like 650, 700 something? I don't know.
Something like that. I'm looking for them. It only
I
takes me
know
a
they're
second to
up.
pull that sheet up.
Okay, here's one we got right here. It's from Coin Curious. You might not have put the questions in front of it, Coin Curious. I see it there. Use a couple of question marks to make it more evident. I see it right here. I just passed over it, and that's why Steve Lapointe did it. He'll get back with you on that. Coin Curious, can you explain cost average again? Cost average is pretty simple. You just buy it repetitively, week after week or month after month, and the price goes up and the price goes down. And by the end of a year, you know how much you paid total, and then you divide that by the number of ounces you have, and that's your cost average. So when it goes up, you're still paying a little more. When it goes down, you're paying a little less, and it's cost averaging your total amount of silver. And over the years, what happens is that silver goes way above your cost average from 10 years ago. That's pretty well how it works. It's like everything else.
Yeah, they're going about 750 today
750 on the
on the
XF Indian.
retail.
So thanks for pointing that out, Steve Lapointe. We appreciate it, my friend. Okay, let's catch up. What's up, Jamie Fox?
I know a guy that's got a 1909 and AU 55 for sale.
Sir Alfred, I paid 711, so I overpaid. No, he just said it's about 750, so you're good.
You are good. 750
good.
is retail.
You're right in the ballpark, so you're good on that. I was just giving it a quick guess. Even if it was 657, I don't think 711 is what you would call, drastically overpaying. I wouldn't worry too much about. I know I talk a lot about entry point when you buy stuff. Try to get it reasonable, but sometimes entry point don't matter as much as it does getting the item if it's something that's harder to find. So if you had trouble finding one and you found one for 711, wouldn't worry about it.
Well, I know a guy that's got a $5 gold for sale. It's a 19090.
Yeah, you said that. You said that already.
Well, it's the key date. It's only 15,000.
I got a 1909 just not gold. Not gold.
It's only 15,060 in the sheet.
Okay, here's another question. Coach's Magic, thank you for watching and commenting. And dollar cost averaging is a great way to invest time in the market, not timing the market. Very, very important statement here, guys. Exactly what I'm talking about, cost averaging. If you try to time the market every time, you're going to miss it. You're like, oh, I think it's at the bottom. Boom, let's buy now. And then it drops another 30%. Or I think it's at the top. Let's sell now. And then it rises another 30%. You don't. You just buy and sell as you feel works for your situation. Never try to time the market. Okay, Mudswat says, do you have children? If so, do they stack?
Yes, my children do stack.
My children have a collection. I wouldn't call them stackers, but they do all have a collection.
No, I keep adding to theirs for them, so I call them stackers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We stack for them.
Yeah, there you go.
So yes, they stack. Let's see what else we got. What's up, Farm Dog? How are you? And then we got Steve Lapointe with a question. Thank you, my friend. Another excellent mod here. When the price of silver goes up, does premiums lower? So it seems. You want to take that one, bro? I mean, that's a pretty open-ended statement. I mean, as far as being able to give an answer. I don't think it's always the case, but
no, not always the case. As we're seeing right now, the demand for silver is picking up, especially in 90%. So the premiums did move up, not down, even though we had an increase.
So what he's saying is the higher the demand, the higher the premium.
Correct. It's got nothing to do with lower or higher. Yeah,
Now,
as silver goes down, if the buyers step out, then yes, that's going to lower the premium.
Whether it goes,
buyers are stepping back in again,
and the buyers step out. I think the fact that it's an industrial metal has more to do. What's going on over in the COMEX has more to do with the physical market, because the physical market controls the physical premiums. The COMEX is more like the industrial side of it, and there's not much of a premium over there, no matter how you look at it. They're like, oh, it's too high, let's lower it. I don't know how they figure that. My kids just stack bills. Thank you,
Is it
Terry
money?
Park.
Is it money or real bills, like
Uh,
utility bills and car payments? And
yeah, that's the question. Are they utility bills, bird bills, like Buffalo Bills? Or is it just
I
money?
already hit that like button before we even started.
Okay, teacher has something for you, Mike. He says, will you adopt me so I can get on your will, Mike? Or just your, oh, man.
I just don't have enough room for another one.
Yeah, I think he was talking to you, bro. Yeah, he
No,
don't
you
want to.
yawned. I
I'm broke.
didn't.
I'm broke. I am definitely broke. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Angel Keys. Oh, I already got that, JJ. I got you covered on that. That was an email from JJ. Okay. How do I do that? Mark on that. And we are here. Emil is here. I see somebody saying hi to him, but I don't see him. They're like, not dollar bills. Well, we know what kind of bills: car bills, electric bills, gas bills.
Well, you got somebody
Hey,
that I think was really trying to get this to be looked at as a question, but there's no question marks. Says silvers has a lot of uses in modern technology. It's true.
it's one of the best electric conductors with a low heat retention. Yes, it is. It doesn't hold heat very well. It's a reflective metal. But the problem with silver, and why a lot of times they'll coat it with another metal, is it does tarnish excessively fast compared to something like nickel or gold. Gold's too expensive to use as a conductor, but the tarnish will slow down the electric, so they coat it, and that way it keeps the electrical currents and the computer ones and O's going real fast. But yeah, and as long as it continues to have this, I guess you'd say, boatload of uses, the industrials are going to try to keep the price down. Okay, Mike, do you see a market for error coins?
The market has slowed down, guys, on error coins. The collectors have stepped out.
I did that.
It I'm gonna tell you, in every market, a perfect world where everything was selling at one time, that'd be perfect. But it don't happen that way, unfortunately.
All I got
Yeah,
to
because I
say,
deal in errors, and I'm noticed my marketing on them has slowed down a lot. I get a lot of calls for guys wanting to sell me errors, and right now, since I got a lot of buyers not out, we've been passing them up. We're just not buying them unless they are unique and crazy, like my nickel.
yeah, very evident, very evident. Okay, here's something, and thank you, Mudswat, very much. I appreciate this comment. Owning a coin shop does not mean you're rich.
Thank
100%
you.
true.
It is
100%
true.
true. Because we might own a coin shop, but a lot of times our inventory that we get when we retire is worth less than most people's 401ks. We lost electric for about an hour and a half today, and it's been flickering off and on. I don't know what's going on with the electric. What's a rare VAM coin, Mike? You found a VAM dollar, a rare one that you found.
Oh, the 79 GSA. It's got a VAM on it.
I got a 78cc VAM 11. It's where it's got spikes going through the wing. Look at this, William Fowler,
I was
$20.
waiting to see if you was going to see that.
I bought 1,000 ounces of silver for $7 an ounce 23 years ago, and now it's 40 Canadian and sold only half. Always keep some silver for the future. And I talk about this a lot. Investing for your
But
future.
did you feel bad selling to that dealer for so much more than what you paid?
I talk to people all the time about this, and it's not just with silver and gold. I talk to people about stocks too, and in preparing for your future. And where a lot of people make the mistake, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, they don't pay themselves first. Is that not right?
That's right.
They don't pay their future self. That is what the terminology means. Pay yourself first. If you make $100 and you want to pay yourself 10%, that means 10% of what that 100, you should try to put it into something, whether it be silver, gold, stocks, real estate, or whatever. That's paying yourself first, paying your future self. So, guys, you must always try to do that if you want to get ahead. And silver and gold is a good way to do it in small increments.
And
Thank
you
you
you can
again.
ask my wife and my son. I haven't taken a paycheck in almost 5 years because I
Thank
pay
you.
myself in silver and gold at the end of the year.
And he's paying his future self when he goes to cash that out.
I just hope my
William
future self
Fowler, thanks for the
remembers me
$20.
when I get there.
Yeah, a lot of people like they're like, man, this is getting me, man. This flickering. Um, a lot of people are like, oh, I pay myself all the time when I go to the bar or I go do this or you're not paying yourself. You're stealing from yourself by spending the money foolishly. Now I'm not saying don't have a good time, but you should have a part of your budget to where you are putting money up. And then a part of your budget for that, you know, it I guess you could say extracurricular activities. And you can be rich in happiness without being wealthy. Correct. I totally believe that. If I didn't have my wife and my children, I wouldn't be happy. That's all I got to say about that. What about you, bro?
Well, you know how I feel about Shar. And sometimes my kids, I want to take them like this, but I still love them.
Oh, yeah, we all love them. We love all our kids. Rich with happiness is the key. Yes, definitely the key, guys. Life isn't just about making money, stacking all the gold and all the silver you can stack. It's definitely not.
You know, I know what he's saying because I have guys envy me that come in my shop, cannot believe that my wife and I can sit there, work together, go home, sit and watch
Yeah.
TV together or whatever. And on the weekends we do everything together. They don't know how I can do that. I got some guy says, "Hey, I'm glad I'm at work for 8 hours. Gives me a break from the wife." I don't want a break. I enjoy being with her. We have a great time and we do what we want to do anymore. And because I am semi retired, but putting back what I did over the years is what gave me this luxury of going to do things on the weekends if I want to go do something. That's what's paying yourself in the future. You for
The
people
coin.
that just went out and blew their paychecks after paychecks and paychecks instead of investing, that was foolish. There is a lot of people out there that was smart. I got a young man that still today comes in my shop. He'll buy 1 ounce or maybe 5 ounces a week, whatever he can afford to buy. 2 years ago, he got a Christmas bonus. He didn't get one last year for some reason. He came in and bought a whole row, and he was excited. He got to buy
And
the first row.
you're talking about a bonus. That's something a lot of people they don't pay attention to. They'll get a pay raise or a bonus, and then they'll start spending more. But the secret, is to put more up. But again, if you're not doing things or having a spouse or having children, putting all that money up's not going to matter. You
Well,
know, I
he's married now, and he's got a wife, and she works, he works. So now they're buying a few extra silvers, but he never misses. Every week he comes in and gets his
I have
silver,
a few people like that.
and it's not a lot, but like he says, I probably don't help you much. I said, hey, you putting back is helping me and you.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. I say, you're helping me more than you know. By spending $10 or $20, whatever you want to spend a week, that's $10 or $20 I can count on to help, you know, sort my business out. Because that's something a lot of people don't understand about a business owner versus someone going to work for the man, making a certain amount per week. As a business owner, we don't have that luxury. So what I'm saying basically is there's some weeks we might make only 20% of the sales we made the week before, and we have to budget around that. And sometimes that 20% or 30% or whatever, That's a big difference. I mean, you've had weeks where you've had spectacular weeks, and the weeks that were a fraction of that, haven't you? Down at your
Well,
shop?
yeah, a couple of years ago when everything went to the dogs, as I'd call it, there
Yeah.
was people when they're not buying or bringing stuff in to sell,
We're
that's
our
a killer.
bills. Our bills are
That's a
still
killer.
coming in.
Because now we got to start looking at what are we going to sell out of the back to keep the doors open.
And a lot of times what happens there is when you don't have buyers and you don't have sellers, what happens a lot is the metals start going down because there's no action. So
Well, we I won't say what company it is, but there was a company this past year that realized bullion is not just the only thing that they can do because it slowed down.
yeah,
So they
you
moved
can't.
over into collectibles.
And see, we started in collectibles and moved into bullion. So you really need both the bullion
Yeah,
and the
you got to
collect.
be diversified if you really want to make it in this business good.
Yeah, being diversified is very important. If you have one or the other, you're going to have slow periods because there's. I remember a year ago, nobody wanted collectible coins. Now people are starting to want collectible coins. There's always going to be a couple
I
people
think
out
it
there.
was on your channel. We had a guy said he was going to sell nothing but Mercury dimes. Well,
Oh yeah, that would be a feat there. That would be
that would be
over.
awesome. I mean, but
Yes, it
I
would be
don't
awesome.
see I don't see it making it because
It would close
you're
the
going into
buyer
one
pool.
thing.
Okay, talking about Mercury diamond stuff, what's your favorite American silver American coin as far as design, not price, not size or anything like that, but just
Well,
the design
I,
itself?
I've and my little brother who passed away, he was also that way. I've been a very big favorite of the Morgan dollar for many years. I mean, you got some other beautiful coins out there like the Walker, the Mercury dime, the bust. There's some beautiful, but the Morgan dollar always has been one of my favorites.
So I have to agree, but I've got a couple of favorites, just like he said. But I think everybody's favorite is the Morgan, so I'm going to steer off that and say I wish my eyes were better, so I could definitely say the Mercury. It's one of the most beautiful, iconic designs, the obverse of that coin, and then you
Uh,
got the reverse
I'll
on
send you
the,
some goggle glasses so you can start looking at them better.
and then you have the reverse on the walking half.
Oh, the walk in half is beautiful.
The
Yes.
reverse is beautiful. The obverse, it's been drilled into the ground with the Silver Eagles. Oh, this power show. I don't know what is going on. We are having some major issues here in Michigan. I think they're having some serious consumers' energy is having some serious problems.
I just
Um,
wish they wouldn't have ruined the design of the eagle. I mean, the silver eagle, I don't care. I'm still can't get over that wing being clipped on the eagle. So it used to be a nice favorite of mine too, but I just don't care for the new eagle.
okay, in construction in New York is where workers went to cash their checks. This was the 70s, 80s era. I'm not exactly sure what that means, Steve. I think the biggest thing with owning a coin shop is having the liquidity to keep on buying stuff that comes through the door. That is one of Bob. You are right. If you don't have the liquidity or you don't have the connections to give you that liquidity, uh, I can almost certainly guarantee your shop won't stay in business long. Because if people come to you to sell and you have to turn them away time after time again, eventually they stop selling and the margin is not good enough if you bought everything from other dealers or wholesalers to keep open, especially with the prices today for electric and gas and everything. So, yeah, having liquidity is very important.
Yeah, you turn away enough people, they start telling other people, and them people don't
Mhm.
even come in because they already know you turned these people away. So
Yeah, because, the coin shop, the basic premises of what makes a coin shop work better than any advertising that you could ever spend your money on. What is it, bro?
I didn't hear it.
The premises of what makes a coin shop work really well is better than any advertising you can buy. What is the one thing that makes your shop work well?
Word of mouth.
There you have it. Someone telling their friend that you're a great dealer, but it can also work the other way. Someone telling their friend that you're a bad dealer. There are great dealers. There are bad dealers.
But I'm going to tell you, I don't care what kind of dealer you are. You're always going to have that one guy that's going to come in and he don't like the way you do business,
You
and he's
know the
always going
one.
to go out there and try to badmouth you. In my
You know the
instant, it
one.
happened to me. The
It-
problem is you talk to too many wrong people, because around here I am very fair with my customers. And
People know.
the guy was starting a new shop, and he's closed down now because he wasn't just bad mouthing me, he was just bad mouthing other dealers around there. If you're going to open a shop, best thing to do is try to get your foot in. Don't go start off with the number. Oh, I wouldn't buy from that guy. I wouldn't do this. This guy's like this. This guy's Do your thing. Just buy
Right.
straight out from him. Say, yeah, oh yeah, I know that dealer. You don't have to say he's a good dealer. You don't have to say better.
Yeah.
He said, I might just say I might have talked to him a time or two. You don't have to give any comments after that. The best thing you can do, if you want to do it, is make sure that you play on a level that's going to help you, not hurt you. But that's what this dealer did, and it wasn't just to me. He did it to a couple of different dealers over here in our area. He was he opened up 6 months later. He was closing his door because nobody would come into his shop.
Okay. Adam Jam has a question here. When you sell to refiners, would you buy back a bar or two because there's no premium? It's straight spot, right? Correct. No, it's not. They still going to charge us more than
Yes,
spot.
there is a premium on when we're buying from the founder company. How much of a premium is based on how much you can buy from that foundry company. Is he going to make enough money to make you one of his? Now they do base off what a dealer can buy.
Okay.
The
We're
lower
behind.
you buy it, the less he's going to charge you more. He's going to. In our case, we buy quite a bit, so our founder companies give us pretty good breaks.
Okay. Would you prefer, if given a choice, 1 ounce Australian silver lunar dragon or 1 ounce silver panda? I would like the lunar
I'll
dragon.
pick the Lunar Dragon. That ain't even a contest.
Yeah, I don't think it is. No contest. Lunar
You
dragon
got to
wins
remember the
off and on.
dragon is actually a full ounce, and the panda is not.
Mud Swat's asking if we're having a storm. It was storming earlier. It's probably affecting our electrical at this point. Still, it might be storming somewhere close by us, but I don't think it's raining at this very moment. That
Yeah,
could be. I never thought of it. It was raining real bad.
we were supposed to get a storm, but I told it to go to Michigan.
Okay, Red Silver says internet issues and power issues everywhere. It's a cyber attacks, maybe. I don't know what it is. He's like cyber attacks. What's your favorite foreign gold coin in terms of design? Oh, Maple. If I had to talk about one coin consistently, I would say Maple.
The maple is very beautiful, but I gotta say this 5 pounder I bought from a guy is really beautiful. It's a Great Britain coin. I had to get it certified. It's so nice. This guy might know about it.
Oh, he's talking about a 1.2 ounce or something.
Yeah, it's
Sold to him.
1.266. Yeah.
Yeah, I sold him a 1.2 ounce.
It,
We
it,
buy and
it was
sell
a
stuff
five
off each other
pounder.
all the time.
I found out there was only 5,000 of them made, so I sent it in for grading.
Yeah, that's something we do a lot. We buy and sell off each other all the time because he may have something I think my clients can use, and
I'll still
I
buy
may
that
have
CC
something.
whenever whenever you're ready.
You buy what?
That CC back whenever you're
What's
ready.
CC?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
What's I don't know what you're talking about. It's gone. It got lost in the abyss in the stack. It's deep down. It's like that movie The Abyss, how they traveled down in the ocean. That's what happened to it. It
You know
fell
what's
into the
what's
abyss.
so sad is how much the value of the $20 gold piece is worth compared to the CC 82 silver dollar.
Getting back to word of mouth being the best. Coach's Magic comes back with a statement. For most brick and mortar, customer service is huge. It's what brings you a great word of mouth.
Right.
Yes. If you don't have a good customer service, you won't last long. What's the most challenging thing you have confronted as a coin shop owner, Mike? Your most challenging thing?
Oh, I gotta say, I hate to say this word, but I would say is when I challenged the state against charging taxes on coins when I got back. But when I left here, there was no charging. When I did, they decided that they're in 2003 here that they was charging taxes on coins.
You're
Where
talking
they
about
messed
sales
up.
taxes.
Wait a minute. Where they messed up was if they're in packaging. Then they tried to tell me the government charges that. Well, I showed them that no, the U.S. Mint does not charge you taxes on coins when you buy from 'em. Well, we went back and forth. In 2014, they removed it because the last words that we had when they came in my office was, okay, fine, I will not sell them coins in packaging. I'll take the gold coins out. I'll sell them the gold coin and I'll give them the packaging.
That's right.
He did not like that.
No, because then even
Because
non-collectors,
you could
people in the
give
government.
away a gift. There's no law against that. And they knew
Well,
it.
well, and they also knew that if it's coming from the U.S. Mint and you're kind of might ruin the coin with fingerprint or something too. Even non-collectors, when it's in that nice, pretty box, they like to see it. My most challenging thing that I confronted as a coin shop owner is a difficult customer. Sometimes I might not handle it right, especially that one time when a customer went off on my wife. I was pretty polite. I said 3 words: "Have a nice day." And I kept telling him that. He said something about my wife would not have the job if she didn't me. And that's we're gonna leave it at that. That was my most challenging time. I remember that, and I'm still every time I think about it, to think about someone being that degrading to my spouse. If I hadn't been behind the counter, I don't know what would have happened. That's
Well,
all I got to say about that.
we wasn't at the shop then, but you was when we did our show downtown Tulsa. You guys were there
Whatever, 4 words.
when that guy
Whatever.
made my wife. She actually got tears in her eye because the guy, he basically was known for writing bad checks, and we had a list. And she told me couldn't come in. He started mouthing her and hollering at her and everything. And this is in public, guys. This is at a show that we was hosting. Security people came out and told him he had to leave, which were the officers. And it was kind of funny how it ended because what happened with that deal was the guy kept telling the officer, this is a public place. I don't have to leave. Unfortunately, once you stepped inside that convention center, you're no longer in the public. That's rented. That's a business. So the officer gave him a choice: either walk out the door or they'd go the other way and he'd be in handcuffs. The other way was the police station. It was behind the convention center.
And he probably told you something like the customer is always right. Only the first half of the sentence, right? The customer is
Oh yeah.
always right.
Oh yeah.
See,
But I'm gonna tell you, and I handled it very nice. I was pretty pissed when I found out, but it was already over with. But to make my wife cry, she's a very nice lady, guys, and that was not right. He should have just left when he was
oh,
asked
yeah.
not to come in because of what he did.
Remember,
She, he was
the
writing bad checks at other shows. We didn't want him in there for you guys.
yeah, I remember that incident. Now, the thing is, the customer is always right. That's only half the sentence. There's a comma after that right. The customer is always right, given the proper circumstances.
I had an old guy tell me this, and you know this guy, Leon Henderson, said this. He says, the customer's always right until he's wrong.
That's right. Just like my shop, it's always open, unless it's not. No, but
That was a
they
smart old
stopped
man.
at everybody says stops that sentence a lot. Why does the Mint charge so much for the Silver Eagle?
Well, if I really couldn't answer that. I mean, the bottom line is,
Because they can?
well, guys, honestly, the U.S. Mint is not the highest people on their silver.
No, they're not. They're expensive. I don't like buying them because a lot of times when I buy them, I hold them and lose money. But I buy the Mint product just after market.
I mean,
Good hit.
Australia got
They
some
really are.
nice little kookaburras that's got a little premium too.
Oh Lord, that premium over there. Yeah, they're
Or how
premium.
about China's 30-gram ounces?
How about Canada?
Well, the Maple Leafs ain't as high as the Eagles. They're under them.
No, unless you get the fancy ones.
Oh, yeah, you get the fancy ones, and they went way up over the Eagles.
So, Emil, we know you love Benjis, but the U.S. Mint is not the most expensive mint. They are one of the least expensive mints.
I actually met at the ANA. I won't mention this company's name. They are a overseas company. They actually wanted me to buy their bars for Go Bars for $75 over spot, and there
Wow.
wasn't that nice.
I'll sell you my gold bars for less than that.
Yeah, that's not saying I could buy a lot of good different companies. Switzerland bars I could buy cheaper than that.
Coaches
They
work
wanted
with
me to do business with them, but the problem is I had to tell them no.
I
I
couldn't
can't
work
do
with
business when I can't sell the product.
I couldn't work with customers in a office setting. I'd be fired for speaking up. Yeah, there's Mrs. Coin Crew. She does very well at keeping me toned down. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Emil says, "Do you buy graded Silver Eagles for the same price?" I imagine that would be for the same price as a raw one. I pay more. What
Un-
about you?
Do you pay up? I don't.
If it's great, if it's in an NGC or PCGS holder, yeah, I'll
I
pay more
don't.
for a raw.
I don't. There's too many of them out there.
I still pay more.
I
I
don't,
pay more
guys.
for a
I
graded.
send them to Keith because I will not. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know a lot of companies will not right now. There's just
Well,
too
that's because
many
they
out
don't
there.
have enough yet. I don't have enough, or they have too many already. I don't have enough yet. I don't have 1,000 of them graded.
I don't have 1,000 of them, but I mean, I'm tired of buying 70s when I can send them in and get 70s.
Well, he's not saying 70s. He's saying,
The thing
do you
is,
buy
guys,
graded Silver
yes,
Eagles
there
for the
should be a
same price
little
as a
bit
raw
difference
one?
in price, but if you get a 69, this is what I tell everybody. It's the same price as that packaged one.
No, no, no. We're talking about a raw one that comes out of a tube,
The raw one comes out tube, same
a
deal.
trunk, versus a certified one.
Do you
Someone,
know that
I give a
most of
couple
them
bucks for
tubes
that.
today are coming out really nice, just like the
Yeah, I know
silvers.
they are, yeah. But see, someone's got to pay for that holder. Someone paid up for that holder. I don't pay as much as it costs to grade it, but I do pay a couple dollars or so more, depending on what year it is.
Regardless, I buy mostly all Eagles over a little bit, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You buy them all over a little bit. Do you guys have a hard time moving your proof and mint sets in your stores? Yes, in the stores.
how many boxes you need?
In the store, I don't have a problem moving them. Just in the store, I do. But we have other avenues to move them.
Well, why ain't you buy mine then? I ain't moved mine for months.
Remember, all Silver Eagles are MS69. That is very important. Most are. Occasionally, you'll get like if it's
Guys, anymore when I send a box of Silver Eagles in, I got to ask them to give me more 69s because I'm getting almost 50% of them will make 70s. And the problem is I'm selling close to 469s a year. So it makes it hard when I send a box in.
I just want to say, you two brothers and Mrs. Coin Crew and chat are awesome. Thanks for making these episodes fun and informative. Well, thank you, coaches,
Well,
man.
thank you. I
Really
appreciate that very much.
So, guys, don't forget, give us a thumbs up. I think we're about at the end of the show. We're pretty close to
No,
the
we got 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
we got 5 minutes. Throw some questions in there. Whole bunch of questions. I ate dinner beforehand,
Well,
and I feel like it's caught my
we
throat.
already ate dinner, so we before we go on, so we don't have to starve to death. We lost him. I think he just killed over on us.
No, I had to cough, man. I had to mute it, and I don't want you guys to see me gagging because I got a piece of food or something. It feels like it's right here, man. Just stuck there.
Well, just have Angel come in there and hit you in the back. I'll get
That
it out.
food was so good, I had to have seconds. I don't know what it was, but it was good. It was called good food. Some kind of noodles with hamburg, and we had mushrooms in it. Some parsley. I don't know what parsley is, but it was in there too.
Well, I'll tell you, I went for lunch today. I stopped off at Guy's restaurant. I don't know if you know who Guy is. The guy does the restaurant TV.
Yeah, I know Guy.
Yeah,
I don't
anyway,
know him. I know
he's
of him.
got a brand new hamburger out on his menu, and I had to get it. Guys, it's huge. It's called his Mac cheeseburger. And he literally puts macaroni and cheese on this
Gotta be
thing.
craft.
And fried onions and everything else on it. Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you, I was reluctant. I never had it like that before. It was good.
Eagles or Cowboys? Which one you like?
What's that?
Football teams, Eagles or Cowboys? Right there.
Chiefs.
San Francisco.
Chiefs.
That's my answer. San Francisco. It's the only thing in California, I mean, as far as sports teams I like is the 49ers.
They're done.
I still like them.
Not me. I'm a Chiefs
Like
fan.
all these Michigan people like the Lions. Lions ain't never won a Super Bowl, but man, they got a fan base. Like
hey, but you know what? When St. Louis Rams won the Super Bowl, they did tie with them that year. And our radio station in Michigan at that time was making fun of them. The only team that could lose 14 games, and the Rams won 14. They tied with the Rams that year.
How much do the CAC sample slabs from your Tulsa show, your first one where they gave out the first samples for CAC, how much they going for today?
I have no idea. I won't sell them.
I bought a bunch of them at 20. I think 25 was tops I paid.
I've seen them on eBay as high as $75.
I was buying them right on the floor. I'm waiting for them to maybe hit 80 to 100, and then I might sell another one.
But I have seen them on eBay for $75. So
when I got back from that show, right off the bat, I sold one for $50. I auctioned it off. So we know they're more than
some or something.
Certain. What?
Did Teach get him some too?
Yeah, teacher, did you get one? I have a 1955 fake doubled die Avers. Should I keep it or destroy it? William Fowler, I think if you want to keep it as an example for a fake, I would, but don't try to sell it.
I would probably try to stamp on their copy or something.
Yeah, it's not illegal to own it. It's illegal to try to sell it. Is that not the correct way, Mike, to say that? You can own it for educational purposes, but you can't try to sell it.
Oh, excuse me.
Man, I have got some heartburn or something going on. So, guys, I think we're going to have to end because I'm having a little bit of issues here. It's starting to get
all right.
But I thank everybody for all their comments. Thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. It has been a pleasure. So please come back next week, Tuesday. We'll be here.
Same time. We will be here.
7:30 Eastern. And we'll see you Sunday maybe for the auction, or maybe we'll make a video. You never know. But thank you so much. Okay, one more question here. There it is. Your customers insist American gold, then foreign gold when they buy. Which one do they want? Mine want American.
Most of my customers either want generic silver or gold or something like that, foreign gold.
No, customers want American gold or foreign gold.
Foreign.
All right. Mine want American, his one's foreign. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We really, really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Have a great day.